few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Ready, blue ready, green, triple C. 59. Okay, double up. Go. Mark, 59, Mark. Check.
The first down throw for Winston. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready, black 22. I got him. Check the backer.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Ryan. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Jones, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7.50.
Yeah, you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. From the 25 on second down, Ryan into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Winston. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 11. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Freeman. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
Here's Freeman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashawn Perriman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Being chased out left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. He's got a man. Complete.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Well, this pass complete. Ryan finding Hardy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. On first down, Freeman. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he?
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Ready. Black 25 behind.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll throw again. Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. They had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
3rd and long for Winston. He's got it. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Gay's kick is good. And they jump out in front here. It's 11-10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 77 yards. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Jones has it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. Ndamukong Suh, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's got it! Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, baby.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Adrian Claiborne able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Winston now. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Vic Beasley in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Come on, let's go. Jack. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Wahoo. 45, 45, 45. Mike, 45. That's hot.
Now Winston. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes, back at the 4-yard line. Ndamukong Suh, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw is Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag. No,
I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Winston. He's going to take a shot right away from... And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 82 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. It's caught inside the 25. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12.
Wait. Easy. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Working out of the gun, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Ryan. That's going to be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Falcons get a bit closer. From the shotgun, Ryan. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Winston airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play, Winston to Evans. 45 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking deep for Julio, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. It's caught. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Ryan. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now it's Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On second and a couple, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation there. The defense won the battle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Jameis throwing here. That's complete to Perriman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This complete to Jones. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.